High-rise, mid, and low-rise buildings are a challenge to many fire departments and brigades throughout the world. Hi, I'm not William Devane. I am Jerry Tracy. And if you are interested in gold, let me introduce you to a gold standard in print, a book titled High-Rise Buildings Understanding the Vertical Challenges, published by Fire Engineering Books. This book will open your mind and shares the expertise of three authors that have collectively more than 100 years of experience responding, mitigating, and setting the standards of excellence and operations for all hazard emergencies and fires. This 12-chapter book begins with the challenge in history fire brigades and departments have encountered since the days of the Roman Empire. Chapter 2 will give you an insight to understand how and why code standards are enacted for building integrity, fire and life safety, and the appropriate operations, actions, and equipment, including personal protective equipment, to be used and applied at fires and emergencies. Chapter 3 will cover in detail the broad spectrum of building materials used to construct these buildings and their vulnerability to failure from fire exposure. Chapter 4 will provide you an understanding of fire protection and systems, both active and passive, that are an ally to fire operations, containment, and the life safety of occupants. Chapter 5 will introduce you to building management systems and how they are used by building engineers and incident commanders. HVAC systems will be clarified and simplified for an understanding of smoke management and control. The chapter continues explaining the supply and distribution of utilities, electric, water, gas, steam, and emergency power supplies. Chapter 6 will expound upon all the methods of travel and transport in these tall buildings, what is needed and available for communications, announcements, and instructions during fire and emergency events will be identified. New innovations of battery storage systems that augment electric energy demand being introduced into these buildings and the dangers involved will be clarified. Chapter 7, If These Walls Could Talk, is a chapter that will reinforce and identify the building intelligence required for first responding units through incident command to conduct operations with efficiency and professionalism. You will be introduced to a new concept in the fire service, and that is battle planning, a step above pre-incident planning. It provides strategy and tactics based upon the conditions encountered and life hazard present. Chapter 8 is a chapter that will not only explore the archetype of command, but also expound upon its meaning, obligations, and how that correlates with the Incident Command System, ICS. And now you'll be introduced to IPS, what is the Incident Process System. ICS identifies the what and who of an event, whereas IPS prescribes the how and when. Chapter 9 will entice you with the detailed understanding of unit operations and how different unit types, engine, ladder, rescue, and special units coordinate their functions for efficiency and successful outcomes. Chapter 10 will provide you with a comprehensive understanding of unit operations and challenge in different occupancy types, such as commercial office buildings, residential, healthcare, hospitals, and mixed use, with many occupancy types, including entertainment and theaters. Chapter 11, a chapter that will take you through all the phases of building or dismantling a skyscraper. Invariably, first responders will be called upon for calamities and emergencies in places of new construction, renovations, alterations, and demolition or deconstruction of tall and large buildings. You will be educated and prepared after reading this chapter. The last chapter 12 will enlighten you to the vertical cities of the future, exposing you to new technologies for the first responder, including innovations to elevator systems. You will learn how smart technology is being adopted by the fire service, concluding with what will be distinctive architectural designs and techniques of construction that are appearing on skylines globally. After reading this book, you may agree that it meets the definition of the gold standard in print, with the assurance that it is filled with pure gold nuggets throughout, to be deemed pure nuggets of intelligence. Thank you.